The Public Service Association will have to wait a little longer before its planned election can be held. This as hearing into the injunction filed by one of the contesting factions, Team Fixers, which stopped the holding of the elections yesterday, has been adjourned to Friday, December 1st. Justice Nadia Kangaloo adjourned the hearing as some claimants were not present, preventing arguments from going forward. Team Fixers, led by Gabriel Solomon, was granted the injunction last Friday after it claimed alleged irregularities in the list of voters prepared by the PSA's election committee. But PSA President Watson Duke says he is burdened by the adjournment of the matter. Cherrylene Lewis reports.
The adjournment of the PSA injunction matter, he is ready to go to the polls whenever a new election date is set. He was speaking to the media following the court hearing Tuesday.
Just this should have been a day when thousands of public officers would have gone to the polls and they would have cast their vote in favor of the game changers. So they are troubled by the fact that they did not get a chance to exercise their franchise, and I'm further troubled by the fact that the matter is postponed for yet another time.
Mr. Duke accused his opponents of trying to buy time because he said they fear him at the polls.
They are too weak to lead and too shy to even lose. So they have kept away from the polls, delaying, trying to study their next move. We are willing to take them on at any point in time. Be it Sunday, Saturday, midnight. The people within the public service who are members, they have seen me at my best, they have seen me at my worst, they have seen how I've stick to the issues and I've gotten results.
He also accused them of supporting the government of the day.
They are all miserable, they are weak, they are soft, and they are all PNM people. That's what makes them worse. They are PNM. PNM cannot control this country. They control Tobago, they control Trinidad. Now they want to control the PSA and Natuk. But they are all poor people, you can't sue them. They have nothing, they're already bankrupt. You can't sue them. That's my trouble. So instead of libelous stuff on the radio, tarnishing my good and impeccable name, but I allow them until the election is called, that will be settled.
Opposing Duke in the PSA elections are Team Fixers, led by Solomon Gabriel, United Public Officers, led by Gabriel Solomon, and Nixon Calendar's Team Sentinel. Cherrylene Lewis, C News.
And those challenging Watson Duke in the PSA elections all criticized him for his failure to lead the PSA effectively and dividing the union. The sentiments were expressed by Gabriel Solomon, Nixon Calendar, and Gabriel Solomon. Cherrylene Lewis reports.
Leader of the United Public Officers, Gabriel Solomon, who is challenging Watson Duke to lead the PSA, said the incumbent president has no real mandate.
We continue to say that the only person who has benefited from this situation is no one other than the incumbent, and that incumbent has absolutely no mandate to speak. We would have heard him speaking out, talking about $10,000 per PSA member. Nonsense, ridiculous. He has not engaged the membership, and this is clearly, we are here clearly because of incompetence at the leadership level of the PSA, and of course because certain parties were afraid to face the polls.
Another challenger to Mr. Duke, Solomon Gabriel, denied that he supports the PNM and accused Watson Duke of tampering with the list of voters.
I never vote in no party. I never vote for a party. When you see me heading to the polling station, it's to vote out because you haven't done a good job. So I don't know this thing about PNM or UNC or whatever. I don't have a party card. I have never aligned myself with any political party. There is a window, because this election could have been called 90 days from the 27th, even by the president, you know, because it's catered for in the Constitution, 90 days before or 90 days after, just like our general election. So we have 90 days that we could fix this thing.
Leader of Team Sentinel, Nixon Calendar, said his team remain resilient in spite of all that's happening.
Team Sentinel remains resilient. We await the outcome, and we will be looking forward for whatever date they put as the next election date.
I don't want to speculate, but we all feel confident that the case is strong, that we all will have a victory.
Well, our case is with the membership. We are not claimants or defendants in this matter. We are interested parties, and therefore our matter has always been with the decisions that the membership make.
In the last PSA elections in 2013, more than 6 factions contested the elections. Cherrylene Lewis, C News.